Started.
Okay, okay. So, good morning, dear students. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Is my screen visible to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So, I hope that you all would have done the questions that we discussed in the previous lectures. Today, we are going to discuss very, very, short topic. It's very, very important. We will discuss in very short. That is association of attributes. ये क्या होता है and what are the different methods we will discuss today. Okay. Let me. Okay. So let us through light. So association of attributes. In our previous lecture, we learned, coefficient of correlation. Actually, the difference between association of attribute and correlation is that correlation gives quantitative analysis of the data. Means, as we know that the statistics deals with quantitative phenomena, and in correlation we study the quantitative analysis of the given two data, how extent they are correlated. We give a description in that one. We had a formula for determining the correlation between two data. So basically there are two types of ways to describe the data or analyze data. Measuring actual magnitude or the size of the phenomena, that is called the statistics of variables, that we did in our previous lectures. Second one is there are certain cases, certain phenomena like blindness, you can say, like deafness, like beauty and so on, where quantitative analysis cannot be done, or which we can say that which are not capable of direct quantitative measurement. हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि ब्यूटी कितनी 2.5 ब्यूटी भी कांट से 100 ब्यूटी भी कांट से, या कितनी ब्लाइंडनेस है ना, या डिफनेस कितनी, वी कांट डिस्क्राइब दैट वन डायरेक्टली, है ना. वी कैन नॉट डिस्क्राइब इन टर्म्स ऑफ quantity. So question is, how then we can analyze such type of data when we cannot determine direct, you know association, or you can say relation between this data. That is why we have association of attribute. So in the case second, as you can say that quantitative character arises only indirectly in the process of counting. Okay, so here we can say that the counting the number of people possessing a particular attribute, or the number of people not possessing this particular attributes. Suppose we have, there are number of persons having dark brown eyes, or so the quantitative character in this case arises only by counting the number of persons, but we cannot describe how extensively their eyes are brown with the so only we can say that presence and absence, whether the such type of persons having the quality are present or not present in certain quality or attribute or characteristics. Okay, so we cannot determine directly here the quantitative and quantitativeness of this type of quality. That is why we study such type of data in attribute or the association of attribute. Getting students?
Yes, sir.
Hello. So there are certain cases where we cannot determine the quantitative analysis. So like this example, we cannot determine quantitatively the blindness, a beautiness, a deafness, or something like that. Characteristics or attributes cannot be determined directly quantitatively. That is why this topic arises. So let us take examples for suppose there is group of 1,000 persons. So we determine some characteristic or attributes like how many of these persons are blind and how many are not blind. We can determine this, but we cannot determine blindness, to what extent they are blind, or we cannot say that what to what extent they are beautiful or what extent they are deaf. We can't say that. Just we can say that whether they are present or absent. So such type of analysis of characteristic or attributes or characteristic is done under the association of attributes. Okay, So two or more attributes can be associated with each other. They can be, can be associated in positively way, they can be associated in negatively, or they cannot associated. So all these things are done in this, under this topic. So there are some phenomena whose direct quantitative measurement is not possible. So that is, we can study only either presence or absence, okay, of a particular attribute or characteristic. That is called the statistics of attributes. And such type of analysis can be done between two or more attributes or characteristics, how extent they are associated, then this comes in the category of the association of attribute. So basically in this topic we will study how they are associated with each other. There are, if there are two A and B are two characteristics, are the two attributes, then we can say only they are associated, positively associated, negatively associated, even they cannot be associated, there is no association between those characteristics. So these are the things that we will discuss here mathematically. So as we know that correlation is applied to measure the degree of relationship between two such phenomena as are very much of capable of direct quantitative measurement. So wherever we need the direct quantitative measurement, we saw correlation, and we also studied and correlation lies between -1 and +1, and there are different stated between 0 to 0.5, g between 0 5 point 0.5 to 0.75 and so on. So these are the quantitative analysis. On the other hand, the method of association of attribute is employed to measure the degree of relationship between two phenomena whose size we cannot measure. Only we can say that presence or absence, then such phenomenon is studied under this one. So we can only determine the absence or presence of a particular characteristic or attributes. Okay, so this is the basic difference. There are some steps in association of attributes. We have to classify the data in classes. Classification is done on the basis of presence or absence, not on the basis of the number of quantities, okay, of a particular characteristics. If they are present or they are absent, there are two categories. Third one, in case when we study only one characteristics, so we have two classes are formed. Suppose there is an attribute, suppose employment is an attribute. So there may be two classes, either people may be employed or people may not be employed, but they may be unemployed. So basically one characteristic gives two classes, two characteristic gives four classes, presence and absence. Okay, so two characteristics or attributes give four classes are to be formed. So presence of attributes is denoted by the capital letter. These are very important step. Suppose A means the characteristic beauty. Okay, so it is a characteristic that is beauty, so its negative means is absence, that is people are not beautiful, all women are not beautiful. A means women are beautiful, so alpha will be its absence, that is they are not beautiful. So okay, so capital letters are used to to denote the presence of the attribute, and the Latin words alpha, beta, gamma, and so on. These are used to absence of particular attribute. Okay, so if you denote the employed person as attribute A, then unemployed will be denoted by alpha. Or if you denote employed persons with capital B, then those who are not employed, that will be denoted by beta. So this is the notation that we will take here. Let me describe more this one. Okay, now, and the Greek letters they are used to denote the absence of the attributes. So just you remember, presence are denoted by the capital letters and the absence is denoted by the Latin words. Okay, so if A is an attribute, then alpha will not A. If 8 blind, So alpha will be denoted as not blind. If B is beauty, so beta will be ugly. You can say not beauty means ugly. And suppose C is, you know, C is suppose denoting the illness, then gamma will denote their healthiness. So this type of description will be taken, and these are the some standard notation that we are going to use. Getting it, students? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So when you have taken the capital letters and Latin words as attributes, then question is how we create class. Okay. So this bracket, small bracket, stands for the class, and when you write any attribute a, then it becomes the frequency of that class. Means this is the class of attribute a. This is suppose a stands for beauty, so this is the class of beauty, and this small bracket stands for counting, है ना counting, है ना. What is the frequency of these number of persons having the quality of a, है ना. ऐसे कितने लोग हैं जो हैंडसम कह सकते हैं, या ऐसी कितनी वुमेन्स है जो ब्यूटीफुल है, तो उसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी यहाँ पे आ जाएगी. और if you denote like this small bracket with Latin word, it means वो वुमेन जो ब्यूटीफुल नहीं है या वो जो हैंडसम नहीं है. Okay, so this will be the absence, this is the presence. So this small bracket denotes the frequency. You can see here, suppose a means male, so its opposite alpha will denote who are not male, means male, that is female. Suppose B is an attribute literates, so its opposite, that is absence, that would be the illiterate, and that will be denoted by the Greek letters. So I think you are getting what I want to say. Now let us make a class. Suppose this is a class having the characteristic A and B both. So what does it mean? A means males, B means literates. So AB is the class of those male who are literates. So number of literate male or males who are literate. Getting students? So this is the class having the attitude A and B. Now question is, what about this class of this A beta? A means males, A means male, and beta means what? Beta means who are not literate, means illiterate. So it stands for the number of males who are illiterate. This means number of persons or the males who are illiterate. Similarly, we can describe these things. So can any one of you tell me what this stands for? Alpha B.
Females who are literate.
Wow, that's good. And what about this one?
Females who are
Illiterates.
illiterates.
Means number of females who are illiterate. Okay. Let me make one more class. Suppose I make a class, one more class can be described. Suppose I am writing here. No, suppose I am writing beta. Okay, alpha beta. Alpha B. Suppose I am writing alpha B is already there. Beta. Beta B can be written. Beta B.
No,
Yeah, B beta can be written.
beta B cannot be written, sir.
B beta cannot be written. That is why I'm asking. Is it possible? No, it is not possible, because both past those cannot be, and both things cannot be present at the same time. Okay, so these are possible. So thus I want to say that such type of first we will take the attribute by the letters, and then we will create class, and this stands for the number of that is frequency of that having that class having that attributes. Okay, this is. Okay, so the number of observation in different classes is called the class frequency. Okay, so this stands for the frequency of alpha into beta, means number of female who are illiterate, so that would be the frequency, class frequency you can say, having the attribute alpha beta, both alpha and beta. Okay, so suppose literate females are is handed, so we can write this one. Okay, so these are things, and this bracket denote the frequency and this denote the simple class and so on. So that I have already describes. So this is the class of order 2. Two attributes are associated. So order of the class is 2, and this is the order of classes of order 1. These are the classes of, this is the class of order 2, and these are the classes of order 1 having the single attribute. Getting, students? So order depends on the qualities or characteristic or attribute associated with the particular class. Okay, students? So now if two attributes A and B appear together and a number of times, then they can be said to be associated. Question is, when we say that characteristics of attributes, two attributes A and B are associated, so if they frequently occurring, if two characteristics or attributes occurring together frequently, then we can say that these are association, and there is association between A and B. Okay, जैसे health है ना, illness and treatment. If you take illness and treatment, यदि ये दोनों बहुत बार होती हैं, किसी के साथ नहीं कहते कि ये तो it continues 6 महीने से ऐसे बीमार हो रहा है और ये हम इसकी दवाई करवा रहे हैं, something like that. So the treatment and illness, if they occur most frequently, then we can say that these are associated. Getting, students? Hello? Am I audible? Suppose A is illness and B is treatment. These are two attributes. So स्वाभाविक है, कोई बीमार पड़ेगा, ट्रीटमेंट तो होगा ही, तो इनका तो मतलब ये बहुत ही एसोसिएटेड है, ये तो पॉजिटिवली एसोसिएटेड कह सकते हैं, परफेक्ट एसोसिएशन बिटवीन दीज टू. ठीक ना? सो दिस टाइप ऑफ एसोसिएशन बी स्टडी हियर, है ना. So question is, what is the type, what are the different types of association if there are certain attributes? So how can we say, or what are the types of association? Basically there are 3 types of association. Okay, so if A and B are said to be associated if they are not independent. If they are not independent, then we can say that they are associated with each other. Okay, so these are actually there are 3 types: positive association, negative association, or sometimes we say that disassociation, or no association or independent. So these are 3 types of association will be there. Okay, so question is how we measure positiveness or negativeness or independence or no association. So there are certain measurements that we have to follow. So in case of association, that is positive association, the presence of one attribute is accompanied by the presence of other. If 2 attributes are present, then we say that there is a positive association, and it is measured. Suppose example, health and hygiene. क्या आप कह सकते हैं हेल्थ यदि प्रेजेंट है तो हाइजीन और हेल्थ दोनों प्रेजेंट होते हैं? क्यों? हाइजीन अच्छा है, स्वास्थ्य अच्छा होता है, स्वास्थ्य अच्छे होने के लिए हाइजीन अच्छी होनी पड़ेगी. सो दीज आर, you can say that these are two, this is attribute first, this is attribute second, and these can be positive association between health and hygiene. So in this condition, so if you want to calculate whether they are positively associated or not, so we have certain rules here. So if the class of attribute AB, or you can say the frequency of the class having the attribute AB is greater than the product of this one of the class having the attribute separately A and B divided by total frequency. If this occurs, then we say that A and B are positively associated. There is a notation which we will use, and it is this: class A into class B divided by total frequency, and it is generally denoted by this notation. So you have to remember this notation. So you can also say that two attributes A and B are positively associated if this condition hold, that the frequency of AB is greater than frequency of AB over not. Okay, so attributes A and B are positively associated if this happens. Okay, similarly, if AB is the frequency of the attribute AB is less than this one, again it is frequency of the class AB is less than class AB over. So say that these are negatively associated with each other, and if these are equal, so we can say that there is no association or they are independent. Both the attributes are independent of each other. So these are some, so in this case A and B are independent, or you can say that there is no association between these two attributes. Getting students? So three type of, basically we classify the association between two attributes: positive, negative, and independent. Getting students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let us see. These are notation I have already told you all. So this is the notation. Similarly, you can say for the absence of the attribute, same type of strategy can be taken. So these are notations. So this is the formula.
Negative, can you give the example for the negative association?
Negative association means just suppose you are, these are positive, health and hygiene. Okay, suppose in place of health, यहाँ पे कंटेमिनेशन कर दिया जाए, हाइजीन की जगह हम कंटेमिनेशन कर दे, कंटेमिनेशन है ना, कंटेमिनेशन भी एक एट्रीब्यूट होगा, है ना. सो हेल्थ से इसका क्या अपोजिट होता है ना. कंटेमिनेटेड यदि है तो हेल्थ तो अच्छा नहीं होगा ना. गेटिंग?
Yes, sir.
कंटेमिनेशन है ना, कहते गंदा पानी पीने से बीमार पड़ जाओगे. अच्छा थोड़ी, गंदा पानी पीने से अच्छा नहीं होगा. यदि गंदा पानी पीने से अच्छा हो जाएंगे तो पॉजिटिवली कोरिलेटेड हो जाएंगे ना. ठीक ना, ऐसा होता है क्या, है ना. तो कंटेमिनेशन that is a quality or the attribute, if it is there, then how can expect your health to be good? It means they are negatively correlated. Getting what I want to say?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So these are
Hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sir, can we take example of means any disease and immunity for negative association?
Immunity and yes, if your immunity is good, then you will not get affected as this means they are positively correlated. If immunity is less, then you are prone towards the getting affected easily. Okay, so both positively they will be correlated.
Okay.
If your immunity is good, then you will not get fall in, है ना. आप अपोजिट है तो भी नहीं होगा, तो दोनों पॉजिटिवली में जाएंगे. इम्यूनिटी अच्छी है तो स्वास्थ्य अच्छा होगा, इम्यूनिटी अच्छी नहीं स्वास्थ्य अच्छा नहीं होगा. मीन दोनों केस में क्या हो गए, ये पॉजिटिवली कोरिलेटेड हो, है ना.
Okay.
if एक के बढ़ने पर दूसरा घटे, ऐसा आप वहां देखते थे नेगेटिव क्या होता था कोरिलेशन में. when one if you increase one variable and other decreases, then it is negative na correlation. But if you decrease or increase accordingly, decrease and increase in the second variable, then we can say that is positive correlation na. So similar strategy is here also, but here actually we study the quality instead of quantity. That this is the basic difference. So method of calculation will be different. Getting? Method of approach will be different. Getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are notations. I have already told you. This not means this. This thing is denoted by not. Simply notation. Now let us see our main topic here. So that whether A and B are independent, positively associated or negatively associated in each of the following cases. So let me take one example and second example you guys do. There are some formula which you have to remember also. Okay, one, let me before describe that this formula. So please है ना, listen carefully. Total जो frequency होती है कैपिटल N, it is equal to the presence of the frequency of the presence of the attribute plus absence of the attribute. Suppose in a certain question the frequency is given and there are two attributes, a that is presence of the attribute and alpha that is absence of the attributes, then capital N will be, there will be two classes है ना. This attribute is one but we have created two classes, so this will, okay, absence, presence plus absence is equal to total frequency of any attribute. Okay, similarly the frequency of any attribute, suppose attribute is b, then the frequency of attribute is given like this. There, suppose we have two attributes a and b, then frequency of any of the attribute is given by the frequency of the attribute, presence of the attribute with the other attribute plus presence of the second attribute with the absence of the first one. Similarly, you can say that for class A, the frequency of class A, if we are having two attributes, then it will be, okay, so you can write this, okay, plus this time you will have to say beta, so A beta, so this. So these are two formula that you have to remember. ये farmers ये by you can say by axioms हैं, so you have to remember this one. So let us see one. So ये जो तीन डेटा दे गए इनमें ये बताना है कि जो these which data are given, on the basis of these data we have to show that what type of association having attribute A and B. Suppose we are discussing total frequency is 100, the frequency of attribute A is 450 and frequency of attribute B is 600 and frequency of having both the attributes A and B is 340. Now the question is, how can you say that they are positively or negatively correlated? Okay, so you have to formula, means you have to calculate this one. Okay, then you have to compare with AB. Okay, so here if we calculate frequency of A into frequency B divided by N, so frequency of A is 450, frequency of B is 600, total this is 1000. Okay, this, so it will be this much. So the frequency of AB over naught is 270. Now question is, what about AB? AB is already given having both 340. So the frequency of the attribute AB is greater than the frequency of the attribute AB over naught. So if such association is there, such a result is there, you can see here this, then we can say that both are positively correlated, associated. Getting, students? These are given data. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
you tell both. You all tell me second and what about second and third? Whether they are negatively, positively, or independent. Okay. Do this one and tell me. I will show your answer. I have done this question, but first you, okay, do this. Yes. सेकेंड में क्या है, एसोसिएशन किस तरह का है, थर्ड में एसोसिएशन किस तरह का है. Please note down these questions, okay, in your notebook and do those. डियर स्टूडेंट्स कितना है? सेकेंड में बी नहीं दिया है, बी कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा आपको, फार्मूले सामने लिखा हुआ आपका। Two things you have to tell me. What is the value of the frequency of B and what type of association is between A and B?
Sir, it is positive association. I hope so. Value is B is around 473.
B है ना? You are saying B is 473.
473.
And
No, it
what
is
about
673.
how much?
Value of B is 673, na?
673. So then ये convert हो जाएगा फिर। AB कितना है आपका? AB
AB is 290.
290. What about AB not?
303.
30? 303. So क्या हो गया फिर? पॉजिटिव तो नहीं हो, नेगेटिव होगा ना। Okay, so let us see the answer. Anyone are doing? Please justify the result. So here the value of AB is less than the value of AB over naught. So when such type of relation occurs, then we say that A and B are negatively associated. Clear? बहुत अच्छा इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक है ये पूरा, एसोसिएशन ऑफ एट्रीब्यूट। बहुत अच्छे क्वेश्चन है, डिफरेंट क्वेश्चन वी विल सी। लेट अस डू फास्ट बिकॉज़ वी डोंट हैव मच टाइम।
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes.
Can you show the process? I am just confused with this.
Okay. I am going to show you this. This is this one. हमारे पास B नहीं दिया तो B कैलकुलेट करेंगे पहले। B कैसे कैलकुलेट होता है? प्रेजेंस ऑफ B विथ A एंड प्रेजेंस ऑफ B विथ एब्सेंस ऑफ A, ये फार्मूला होता है if two attributes are there. Okay, so AB की वैल्यू दी गई ऑलरेडी 290 दिया है, एंड दिस अल्फा B की वैल्यू दी गई ऑलरेडी 383, तो वैल्यू सब ऐड दो, दैट विल 673। नाउ टोटल फ्रीक्वेंसी, यहाँ पे टोटल फ्रीक्वेंसी नहीं दी गई है, यहाँ पे टोटल फ्रीक्वेंसी नहीं दी गई हमारे पास यहाँ पे बी सेकेंड में। तो फार्मूला कौन सा, ये मैंने बताया ना फार्मूला, ये टोटल फ्रीक्वेंसी इक्वल टू विद द हेल्प ऑफ एनी ऑफ द एट्रीब्यूट यू कैन फाइंड। हमने बी को लिया है, ए बी की फ्रीक्वेंसी 290 है और अल्फा बीटा दो 380 है, सॉरी एन कैपिटल एन ए से लिया हमने, सो इट इज 1065। 1063 आ रहा है, 1065 ना?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Five.
Okay, fine. Now let us calculate AB over naught. AB over naught is 303.330. So approximately we can take it 303. Okay. Now AB is what? What is the value of AB? AB value is 290. So AB is less than AB over naught. So it is negatively associated. Getting? Hello.
Yes, sir.
ओके, थर्ड वन क्या है आंसर बताइए। थर्ड वन का मैंने नहीं किया, आप बताइए।
AB naught is
No
200.
correlation.
नो कोरिलेशन। ओके। AB एंड AB नॉट कितना आ रहा है?
200.
200.
एंड सेम इज दिस AB।
Same is AB.
ओके, AB is same ना? Let me check this one. This AB is 200 is there? Yes. Okay. So it means when both are equal, AB and AB over not equal, then we say that there is no correlation. There means attributes are deassociated or having no association. तो इस तरह क्वेश्चन बन जाएंगे, इस तरह क्वेश्चन असाइनमेंट भी दिए जाएंगे, एंड यू ऑल विल बी एबल टू डू ना? हेलो?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
चलिए थोड़ा सा और आगे चलते हैं, है ना? एक क्वेश्चन देखिए, एक क्वेश्चन है, the male population of certain state is 250 lakhs. Okay, getting? लेकिन मैं आंसर छिपा देता हूँ, आपसे क्वेश्चन करना है। The number of literate males is 26 lakhs and the total number of male criminals is 32,000. The number of literate male criminal is 3,000. Do you find any association between literacy and criminality? तो कैसे करेंगे? एक क्लियर कट दिया गया है कि जो टोटल पॉपुलेशन है दैट इज कैपिटल एन। क्लियर? तो हमने लिया यहाँ पे 250 लाख है, Getting students? हेलो।
Yes, sir.
अब दो तरह के एट्रीब्यूट यहाँ पे, एक तो लिटरेसी, दूसरी क्रिमिनलिटी। तो लिटरेसी कुछ ले लेते हैं, मान लीजिए नंबर ऑफ लिटरेट मेल्स को हमने ए एट्रीब्यूट दिया। एट्रीब्यूट्स हैविंग द लिटरेसी is denoted by suppose A, clear? Then its absence, that is illiteracy, will be denoted by Latin letter, that is alpha. Getting? Similarly, if criminality, यदि क्रिमिनल हैं कुछ मेल, यदि क्रिमिनल हैं तो उनको हमने बी नाम दे दिया सपोज करिए, और जो क्रिमिनल नहीं है उनको हमने दे दिया बीटा, ठीक ना? सो एब्सेंस ऑफ ए एंड absence of A, that will be alpha, and absence of B, that is beta. इसमें कोई डाउट तो नहीं है ना? हेलो, ये लेना पड़ेगा आपको। टू एट्रीब्यूट्स में 4 क्लासेस बनती हैं, ठीक ना? अब देखिए कितना है। आप कोई मुझे बताइए कि व्हाट इज द फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ द है ना एट्रीब्यूट ए, मींस कितने ऐसे मेल हैं जो लिटरेट हैं? 26 lakhs.
26 lakhs.
Okay. Now the total number of male criminals. Male criminals means attribute B.
32,000.
32,000. Okay. तो कैसे लिखा जाएगा इसको? लाख लैख में लिखना है तो कितना हो गए? 0.32.
32.
Okay.
0.30.
फिर कहता है द नंबर ऑफ लिटरेट मेल क्रिमिनल। लिटरेट मींस ए, क्रिमिनल मींस बी, इट मींस इट इज गिवन ए बी। गेटिंग ना व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? लिटरेट मेल क्रिमिनल्स, ऐसे मेल जो क्रिमिनल है, मतलब दोनों एट्रीब्यूट रखते हैं, मतलब ए बी, एंड इट इज नथिंग बट दिस। इसको क्या लिखा जाएगा? दिस इज 1000, दिस इज 1000, इट इज रिटन एज 0.03। गेटिंग?
Yes.
ए बी हो गया। अब क्वेश्चन है व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ कैपिटल एन? कैपिटल एन इज 250 लाख। तो सब कुछ तो मिल गया हमारे पास, तो हम क्या कैलकुलेट कर लेते हैं? ए बी ओवर नॉट कितना होगा? ए इंटू बी अपॉन व्हाट? कैपिटल एन। तो ये हो जाएगा 26 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 0.32 अपॉन 250। ओके, और ये अप्रोक्सीमेट, लेट अस सी, एंड दिस इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली 0.032 which is less than 0.3. so AB से it is greater. okay, it means negatively correlated होंगे दोनों। क्यों? what type of association is there between criminality and literacy? They are negatively correlated. if AB is less than over AB over not, so they are negatively correlated. Getting students? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this type of question will be asked. Okay, so you have to be practice, you have to practice these questions. Okay, next one is, these are some questions which I am leaving for your practice. Okay, before going to next one. ओके, तो ये तो सिंपल एसोसिएशन था ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ नेगेटिव, पॉजिटिव एंड नो कोरिलेशन. सो दीज आर एग्जांपल्स दैट यू कैन डू. दीज आर वेरी इजी क्वेश्चंस. नाउ लेट अस सी व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट मेथड्स ऑफ मेजर्स ऑफ एसोसिएशन. ओके, सो द मेथड बी डिस्कस, है ना, वो केवल एक आइडिया दे रहे हैं. दे आर गिविंग सम आइडिया वेदर दे एसोसिएट और they are associated. If they are associated, what type of association lying between them? Now sometimes it is not enough taking some decision in practical purposes. It is not often sufficient or enough to say that positively correlation association. We need some more. So it is always interested in the what is the extent of association. किस हद तक वो एक दूसरे से एसोसिएटेड है, व्हाट एक्सटेंट, नॉट ओनली पॉजिटिवली बट व्हाट एक्सटेंट पॉजिटिवली दे आर कोरिलेटेड. सम टाइम वी नीड टू फाइंड आउट such measurements also. So in that case we can say that, So these can determined by the coefficient of association, similar as we did for the correlation. So if the value of coefficient of association coming out to be, which is denoted by capital Q here, so it is no association. If +1, that will be perfect association. If there is negative, then is perfect dissociation, or or you can say no, perfect dissociation, dissociation between, if the value 0.5 and say lies, then there are different methods. Different scientists have given their methods. So basically we will focus on the method which is given by LA. There are many such coefficients of association, but the one that we are going to study is ULA is the most frequently used coefficient of association, and LA gives that if there are two attributes A and B, then their coefficient can be calculated with the help of this formula. This is very simple formula. Okay, AB into alpha beta, याद करना आसान है ना, AB into alpha beta, और सेकेंड वाले का अपोजिट करना, B का बीटा, बीटा B कर देना, प्लस करके नीचे डिवाइड कर देना है. ओके, सो Q ऑलवेज लाइज बिटवीन -1 एंड +1. -1 पे परफेक्ट है ना डिसोसिएशन होगा, एंड +1 पे परफेक्ट एसोसिएशन होगा. अब बिटवीन लाई करती है तो डिफरेंट मेजरमेंट्स आर देयर. ओके, सो लेट अस डू सम क्वेश्चन ऑन दिस. सपोज दिस वन. ओके, so calculate LS coefficient of association for the following data. Okay, there are 4 questions. Let us focus on first one, anyone. Okay, so A is given, B is given, frequency of AB is given, and total frequency capital N is given. What is to be needed here, that B will be needed frequency of the class alpha beta. Okay, frequency of the class A beta, and frequency of the class, this 4 parameters are there: alpha beta, A beta, alpha b, this. Okay, let us see. So now question is, what would be the value of A beta? क्योंकि A beta की there is needed A beta, then alpha b. So A beta, this is the formula. This A is equal to A with B plus A with absence of B. This is the formula. इसी तरह B के लिए अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, B with presence of A and absence of A, है ना. So A is 600 is given, 480 is the AB. Now question is, what about A into beta? So A into beta will be 120. Similarly we can find the B, है ना, presence with A plus absence with A. So this is B is already given here 800. So we can calculate alpha B, because it is needed in our, it is needed A beta and alpha B. So A beta we have calculated alpha B, and it is 320. Okay, similarly we can calculate alpha beta. So how we'll calculate? Alpha with beta, alpha with opposite of beta. This is, so alpha with presence of B, alpha with absence of B. So this is the formula, same formula, but parameter will be different. So alpha is given here, we have calculated. Okay, so alpha is 400. Okay, how 400? Anyone can tell me how 400? अल्फा की वैल्यू 400 कैसे आई? एनीवन? देखिए A की वैल्यू 600 है, और ये फार्मूला होता है, दिस इज द फार्मूला A प्लस अल्फा इक्वल टू कैपिटल N, and A is 600, capital N is 1000. You can see that capital N is 1000. So you can calculate alpha, that is absence of the attribute A, frequency of the absence of the attribute A, that is 400. So if we put here 400, you can easily calculate alpha beta. So alpha beta is 80. So all the 3 parameters we have calculated. Now apply the formula of LS formula of coefficient of association, and it is coming out to be 0. It is coming out to be 0. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? two attributes are independent. When the value of q is coming out to be 0, so they are independent, means there is no association, they are de-associated with each other. Getting it, students? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
now
sir.
do, now do this second one. I'm not going to say that you do all, but you do second one. Apply the same technique and find the kind of association between the attribute A and B for the second case. Your time starts now. It is visible to all? You write the formula of LH, coefficient of association. You write the question number second and do this one. Doing it, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. ठीक है, पहले आप नोट कर लीजिए क्या क्या हमें फाइंड करना, हमें फाइंड करना पड़ेगा हाउ मच वी विल हैव टू फाइंड आउट a beta, okay, and we will have to find out alpha b and alpha beta, okay, these three things.
Sir,
Yes.
hello.
Yes,
It
yes,
It is
answer
one.
one.
It is coming one.
it is coming one.
Yes,
Yes.
it is one.
Plus one.
क्या कह सकते हैं, what type of association is this?
Perfect association.
Yeah, that's good, perfect association. चलो फिर थर्ड भी लगा लो, फिर जल्दी थर्ड फोर्थ लगा लो, फिर जल्दी से खत्म करो इसको,
Okay.
ठीक ना. And similar question I am going to give you on in assignment, so you can do some theoretical questions also. So first second का आंसर means 1 आ रहा +1.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Third one is coming -1, sir.
-1 means perfect disassociation.
Dissociation.
Okay. Everybody is getting the same?
Yes, sir. -1.
Okay.
Madam.
What about last, fourth and last? How much is coming? Last one? Am I audible, dear students? Hello?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, okay. So, how much? Last one. The value of Q.
0.25
0.25. Positive में आ रहा?
plus
Plus 0.25.
25.
It means it is positively correlated but not perfect, है ना?
Not perfect.
Yeah. अब इसको क्या कहेंगे? अब यूले जी ने तो इसको बताया नहीं कि इसको क्या कहेंगे, उन्होंने परफेक्ट और दे दिया. ओके, इस पे. So these are types of question, and if you want to study in more details, so I had showed you one book, SP Gupta, remember?
Yes.
Last time. That is very good book, and one PDF I am going to upload, so you can go through that one also. Lots of questions are there, solve, and some detailed description is also given in that. Okay. Any doubts you want to discuss? Otherwise, be in the lecture.
No, sir.
Okay. Satish sir. These are very interesting topic. This is very interesting topic. I would suggest you all to go through this one in detail and do some theoretical. These are the data already given, so they are very simple. The questions, theoretical question where we have to assume A, B, alpha, beta, and we have to calculate Q. That is a bit difficult. So you go through those one. I will upload the PPT, that PDF of the some books, so you can go through that. There are lots of questions are there, some other techniques also there. Okay, so you can go through. Satish sir.
Sir, Satish sir will join within 10 minutes.
Okay. So should we continue this one or take a break?
Yeah, sir. Students can take a break of 5 minutes.
Okay, that's okay. So thanks for joining, students. Okay, we meet you on to discuss PDs.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any doubt you are having in
Thank
mind,
you,
you
sir.
can discuss with me anytime. Okay.
Okay, sir.